We're coming to you outside the funeral service of the rugby administrator, SA Rugby Administrator Monde Tabata, who died at the age of 60. He has been hailed as a pioneer who championed transformation in rugby here in the Eastern Cape and throughout the country. He has been described as a family man who wanted nothing but the best for his family. And to those close to him, they say that, especially his friends, they say that he was a person who upheld the spirit of Ubuntu. But to tell us more about from the side of rugby here in South Africa, I'm now joined by the president of SA Rugby, Mr. Mark Alexandra. A very good morning to you, sir. Kindly tell us about what contribution did Mr. Tabata make into the rugby fraternity?
Monde Tabata was one of the first independent directors on South African Rugby Executive. Monde served the organization with distinction. He had a good business acumen, but also he was a good person. Monde, the way Monde dealt with things, Monde had such a good way of dealing with issues. You could counsel Monde on quite a few things. Monde brought a lot of negotiation skills to the table, especially dealing with the Eastern Cape. Monde was known as Mr. FIXIT in the Eastern Cape. All the big problems we had in the Eastern Cape, we used to allocate to Monde. Monde came to border, he turned it around twice. He went to Eastern Province, he did that as well. His latest appointment was to the EP Kings, but unfortunately on the 23rd of July he was taken ill and put into hospital. So Monde's got a lot of business acumen, but he also understands the sport of the business of sport. And with that acumen, Monde played a major contribution to South African rugby.
Last year, the Springboks held a parade when they won the Rugby World Cup. And we used to see him, I remember seeing him here in East London when the likes of Lucanio were parading the World Cup. Tell us about what role did they play in terms of transformation?
Monde had a passion for the Eastern Cape, and all the young men. When he was here and one of the assignments, Monde worked with these young men. Monde had ability to inspire young people. He was also a mentor to many of these young players. You seen here last night at the function, Mandiso Marco speaking about him. You heard about Lucanio M and Makazolo Mpimpi. He's provided a lot of moral support to young athletes and young officials. There was a young gentleman last night telling him how Monde taught him about getting into sports marketing and what to do and what not to do. So he mentored a lot of people in his time. Not only was he big in sport, but he was also big in society.
Lastly, how would you like him to be remembered? Someone inside said that there should be an academy built for him in his honor. Would you support that call?
Look at the way, there's something I have to take up. We just can't build an academy in the Eastern Cape. I have to speak to the MEC, and there's a whole lot of other things to do. But yes, Monde played a big role in the Eastern Cape. Monde was the peacemaker in the Eastern Cape, and I really hope that we can honor him in a decent way.
Okay, I understand that you have a flight to catch. I wish we could have spoken about much more, but thanks a lot for your time.
No, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay,
thank you.
Well, that was the president of SA Rugby, Mr. Mark Alexandra, who described and shared his memories that he shared with the late Monde Tabata. Well, as things stand here, the funeral is the service is about to conclude. From us here in East London, myself, Abongile Yankees, and my colleague, Akobile Vena, it's back to you in studio.